Hero in the top right side of the map. It's the grand finals of the PiGosaur Weekly number 76. Clem in the bottom left side, and Hero is hiding a probe, which I can imagine is up to no good, or perhaps just hiding in the bushes, waiting for the Reaper to reveal himself to make sure he doesn't get caught on the way home. This matchup has been very fiery recently between these two. Sometimes Clem wipes the floor with Hero, sometimes Hero wipes the floor with Clem. I really never know what we're going to get, and it will be a Stalker first. I've seen a lot of early 3 Stalker openings recently in this matchup. I think there's probably a meta where guys like Percival were doing so many fast tank pushes and just really aggro, double gas, early Cyclone, early tank, get in your face, try and kill you. And having 3 Stalkers is just so much better against those builds than 3 Adepts. You can see Blink starts, and then you hit 50 gas. Does he start that 3rd Stalker before second gate, or is it second gate and then Stalker? See, second gate goes down here at 310. And it's still a while till Warp Gate finishes, so I imagine we'll probably see 1 more Stalker. But actually, no, just 2 Stalkers into 2 Gate Robo. Okay, chilled out opening. You might just stay like that until Warp Gate's done. We do have the Expand up. Marines building. Factory and Starport are on the way. Single Hellion is also coming across. So the Reaper and the Hellion can keep tabs on when Hero goes for that 3rd base. And what's so impressive, guys, is Clem just played a best of 5 from the opposite side of this matchup. And now he's got to switch gears, play from the Terran side. And that can give you a little bit of whiplash sometimes. But I think he's been doing really well. Pig, will you play a bit of ladder after today's finals? I'd love to, guys. I might play a little bit. Chat says, no, play Slay the Spire. I mean, I want to play Slay the Spire at all times. I'm heavily addicted to that game. I love that people started talking about it again because the second one's in early access since a month ago. And yet I just use this as an excuse to finally buy the first one, heavily discounted, and play it and realize it's an amazing game that's been out for almost a decade. I absolutely am hooked on it. Big Silent fan. I've been playing a bit of Ironclad now as well. Reaper's going to run away to the top left. This is very efficient, not throwing any units away. Really well played. Pig, we want to see StarCraft ladder. You know what goes really well, along with requests for certain content, guys? Hitting that dono button. We haven't even hit the money I'm paying for the prize pool for first place of this tournament. Hit that money, you know, give us a tip, help us with the prize pool, and let's just say it adds waiting. Content requests always accepted in my Twitch chat, but you support tournaments that we run as well and help us put up these prize pools even better. And I'm going to be putting this on YouTube because it's a finals, and it's always worth seeing what's happening in the Hero Clem matchup, even when one of them's wiping the floor with the other. So I'm going to ignore you guys in chat and focus on the car. Sorry, everyone on YouTube. I know it's a bit off-putting when I talk to them, but they do fund the tournaments, so I gotta say thank you. Big thank you, Alex's Life, for the $10 tipperino. Appreciate you very much, mate. Gets us a bit closer to covering today's prize pool. He's only lost to Hellion so far. Hero's playing so defensive. Look at this, guys. Dude, this is old school map hacks Protoss. Map 3 observers. 6 Stalkers, 1 Sentry, and he's just like, yeah, and then we just go Colossus upgrades charge. Bam. This is interesting, because it's like both guys are kind of waiting for the other to get overeager and throw their units away, and it's not happened. Now, Clem has gone very late Engineering Bay for this matchup. And often you get a pretty quick upgrade in this matchup, but it gives him a very good kind of tank, marine, marauder, medevac timing. I love the way Hero got that marine. I swear, those tanks were like 0.1 of a second from firing when he blinked out. Got out of vision quick. We don't have the medevacs yet, so medevac stim, that's going to give Clem the ability to push. First Colossus, extended thermal lance has started. Charge is finished. And with 6 gates up, 3 more building, it's going to be 9 gate, Colossus, Forge, all this stuff. He's going to take that 4th Nexus at 620. Feels like Hero's ahead. I do think you've got to punish Hero and keep him afraid. Right now we're in a meta where Protoss players are kind of more confident being greedier than they've been in a while. And it feels like the matchup started to kind of tilt a bit. It was so bad for Protoss for a little while there, where it felt like, you know, when players played against the top Terran Clem, they just couldn't do much. Even guys like Beyond and Q were finding success. And then it feels like recently, the Protoss players have just found a bit more confidence being greedy in the early game. And it obviously, there's so many meta shifts where people are being greedier, people being more aggressive, and then people can metagame this way or that way. It's always so hard to tell because we only see a few of their games. Whereas they're playing on the ladder, they're playing so many of these tournaments against each other. Tank sieging up. I love the way he boosted forward here. Great position. I think this is such an excellent push. And Hero's just going to give up the 4th. You're not confident overwhelming. You don't have extended thermalize. You don't have +1. I mean, that's the right decision. Now, he should just rebuild it. He shouldn't get afraid away from it. He's going to take the middle base. He's queued 3 probes. That's a bit of a misclick, I think, but it is what it is. Oh, it's a lot of zealots going for the counter. It's 3 marauders immediately. Very nice. The whole army will be back here soon. And that means these zealots might get trapped. A lot of zealots. I feel like he should have recalled. There we go. I was like, yeah. Oh, the focus fire. Clem even gets a few more zealots. But great recall there. Really good play. Look at that. Doesn't even throw away that many resources. And now 3rd Colossus is out. How many Vikings? Dude, the first 2 Vikings just started. There's 3 Colossus with range on the map. Oh my gosh. Clem needs to protect these tanks. These tanks are the only unit that can range the Colossus right now. These are the only units. He needs to keep these tanks alive while he builds his Viking count, or those 3 Colossus can pick him apart. Because they can just shoot, pull back, shoot, pull back, shoot, pull back. Tank, though, being guarded. Scan does go down. Clem sees this Nexus go up. That is a 5th base. He doesn't know that, though. He might think it's just a 4th. He's going to send it south to check. Good scout. He sees it. Really well played. Dark Shrine's on the way. It looks like Hero's going to play the style we just saw Clem playing. So it looks like Clem may actually have created a new meta in this matchup, going back to the old Disruptor Stalker. After the initial Colossus, he goes heavy he goes like 4 Robo, Disruptor, 14 Gateway Blink Stalker, and then he'll mix in a round of DTs. But these DTs for Hero are much earlier than the Dark Templar that Clem tends to go for. Pig, there's something wrong with the score. Now, what do you mean by that? What's wrong with the score? This is game 1, guys. Disruptor goes forward. Ooh, hits some Marauders. Very nice. The Disruptor goes out. Good hit. Gets a bunch of those Marines. It was actually a Hero who invented Stalker Disruptor PvT at a GSL Super Tournament. I mean, maybe. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was probably Gold League Gary, to be fair. I think popularized is probably the term we should use, but are you sure about that? It might be the one that you remember. I can't remember. But, I mean, 2016, people were already starting to do it. I think Neeb really popularized Blink Disruptor in other matchups. We'll see. Zealot's going for it. Bit of a crazy attack. He takes out 1 tank. The other tank takes 1 ball, but doesn't take the second. Hero wants to get rid of those tanks, but now the Viking count's growing, which means the Colossus don't have as much range dominance. Ooh, the Widow Mines with the bio coverage. Take out those Zealots on the right side. Tank-friendly fire did take out the second Widow Mine, though, even though the bio otherwise would have protected it. Viking Raven chasing. Oh, cry havoc and let loose the balls of war. 3 Disruptors will go down. 1 Colossus barely surviving. Clem has been so good at running away with his Colossus in the previous match. Now he finds himself on the receiving end of it, where it's a different Protoss player who's barely evading him. But this looks so similar. Clem really is on the receiving end of the style that he was playing before. Yeah, which Super Tournament was that? You probably remember it really well. It's always funny because I do feel there's a guy in Gold League who's invented every StarCraft strategy, just not done it very well before we ever see it in the Pro Leagues. But yeah, I don't remember that tournament. I probably just didn't happen to see those games though. I was a big Showtime and Neeb and Stats fan at the time. Oh, lots of Zealot damage. Clem making some doo-doos. And look at this. Oh, sometimes when it rains, it pours. He says, you're distracted in the back, losing your SCVs. I'm going to distract you. Clem says, I'm going to punish, but that means these Zealots are going unanswered because he has to stare at the front to make sure the Disruptors don't hit him. And look at that. What happened in the main? Did he lose? He got overrun in the main. Oh, Clem may have got a good fight on the front. I think he thought he dealt with it in the main and the natural. These 2 Zealots, 9 kills and 7 kills. That's a 16 kill pair of Zealots, guys. Those 2 Zealots have tattoos on both hands with the names of their SCV victims. That is some serial killer, messed up stuff right there. And the Zealots are going to keep on going. Hero's on 94 probes. Hero feels the momentum, and he's going to lean into it now. He says, yep, I got the advantage. Look at this. He's expanding right next to him. Disruptors, they don't care about getting big damage, any damage. Any damage. He says, I will drown you, son. 11 more Stalkers warping in. He's got 11 gates behind this. 3-2 upgrades coming in. And the thing is, I do think Clem can play better against this. He's got to clean things up. The problem that Bjorn had against Clem in the previous round is Bjorn wasn't good at turtling defensively and kept moving out. Clem's instincts are similar to Bjorn's. They are 2 players cut from the same cloth. And that is, I want to attack. Defend? Let's attack instead. Attack? Let's attack harder. Go for a drop? Let's go for 2 drops. Go for 2 drops? Let's go for 3 drops. Anytime a normal person would do one thing, they always add 20%, 30% extra aggression on it, and then it's a Beyond or Clem style. That's how they play. Just sitting in their corner, taking punch after punch. Not their favorite style. Tank does help out here, but the Marines in front could get massacred. These Colossus are in the open. Balls on the left hit the siege tank, but the repair is very good. Colossus and all those Marines got roasted the moment those Colossus turned around. The tank does cover, and the Vikings are here. Oh, Hero went too deep. He got ahead of himself. He gets a Raven for 3 Stalkers, an Observer, and 3 Colossus. I'm not sure. I'm not good with numbers, guys. You guys know I'm bad at maths. But I don't think that was a good trade for Hero. Once those Vikings came in, even with all the Marines counted before that, I think that's a pretty tragic trade. Luckily, Hero's got 95 workers, so he can make mistakes like that another 10 to 20 times in the next few minutes. Clem cannot afford mistakes. Got to repair that tank. The tank went down. That tank was anchoring this position. Look at this, guys. DT's coming in. They've got blink as well. There are some turrets scattered around, but they're not really right in the path, are they? And boom, baby, big ball lands. Gonna find a siege tank back there as well. Clem is at his wit's end. So much APM required to dodge disruptors, and that's really what the disruptor is for. People often don't realize, not only does it cover your retreat after you blink in, snipe a command center, run away, it also just pulls so much of the Terran's attention into a certain area that you can pick them apart elsewhere. That's a big part of the advantage the disruptor gives. He throws more out, and Clem is going to tap. He's taken too much SCV damage on the previous waves. He wasn't quite able to close things off and stall things out. It's so important that you have an extra turret down here. You'd have, guys, 2 turrets here, because at any point a Prism could fly past, only 1 turret. A Prism could fly past, only 1 turret. You have to have 2 turrets, or a Viking or something on the edge guarding that. If you don't have that, they can just fly in willy-nilly, single Prism commitment. It's too easy. And then you can focus almost everything on just defending this one central area. GG, though. Great game for Hero. All right, guys. Clem in the top left side of the map. Hero in the bottom right side. It's going to be Nexus before Cybercore. Bit of a greedier build here for Hero. And it's, once again, no double gas. Marine into Command Center. I'm really wondering if Clem is going to lean on the aggression. I think Winter Madness is a decent map for it. I would like to see him get aggressive here. I think Hero never plays 100% safe. And especially with how confidently greedy he was in that last game, it felt like there was no fear. I was saying in the previous series when Clem was playing Protoss, if you are able to play Protoss with no fear, you are so hard to beat. Terran's job here, get Hero on his toes. You may need to do an all-in. You may need to do a timing attack. You've got to get him uncomfortable. Clem looked too smooth. Oh, sorry. Hero looked too smooth in that last game and too calm. It's going to be an early Cyclone to try and deny scouting and at least put him in the dark a little bit. This time, Adept into Stalker with a nice quick Twilight. His blink is going to be super early. That's because if you go Nexus before call, look how early you're mining on the natural, and your second gas gets up so much earlier as well. By the way, guys, a massive shout out. Someone by the name of Silver Wood. That's right, guys. I've got wood, you've got wood, but our wood is not shiny and valuable, not like silver wood, who says thanks for the content and literally takes us to the $200 goal for today's first place prize pool. Thank you so much, Silverwood, allowing us to continue funding these StarCraft PiGosaur tournaments. We appreciate you so very much, mate. No wall off for Clem. His add-on wasn't ready, which means that Marine's going to get toasted, as will the Reddit point SCV. That SCV is going to hit it when it comes out. Of course he is. Sitting ducks there. Clem making unforced errors. You cannot be affording unforced errors against the likes of Hero. As much as we make fun of Hero for his dynamic, risk-taking, crazy playstyle, we also have to admit he's one of the best Protoss players in pretty much every area. Even macro, even all-ins, even like just cleanliness of never getting supply blocked. Hero is legitimately very, very good at StarCraft. Yeah, he does some things really sloppy. Occasionally, a Gold League player takes over and does something chaotically, like just insanely risky when he doesn't need to. But he's insanely good. You can't be just letting Adepts in to pick off an SCV and a Marine. Scout your entire build order. The whole advantage of an early Cyclone is it puts Protoss in the dark. He hasn't even invested in a Sentry or an Observer. He already knows what's happening. And he can take a third base at 3 minutes 40. This is a bad start for Hero. For Clem, sorry. Oh. Jeez. Stalker thought he was going to break vision, so he stayed away from the shield battery. He took a bit more damage than he needed to. What league is Hero this game, Peg? GM or Gold? Oh, dude, he can change within a game multiple times. Hero can clutch victory from the jaws of defeat when any other Protoss player would be dead. He can also clutch defeat from the jaws of victory where it's actually like it's like watching someone do flips in the Olympics. You know, when you see gymnasts doing like 10 flips in a row and then they do some crazy spinny stuff? You're like, there's like a quadruple friggin' front flip or something. He does that where he manages to jump into the mouth of the beast just when it's about to die. Oh, both Widow Mines shut down. He hides the Stalkers, pulls the Probes. Dude, top Protoss players have got so good at killing Widow Mines before they can do anything. And if he catches this medevac, that would be amazing. This is such a dangerous return home. He should have gone around the edge. As I said, unforced errors. Is it late at night? Yes. Does Hero have an advantage because of that? Yes. But this is... And also, it looks like he won the coin flip because it did start on US West, which was the slightly better serve of him. Clem losing the coin flip two games in a row, or two matchups in a row, semis and finals. A very slight disadvantage, but some players get frustrated by it. Alright, with the Cyclone here, those Stalkers do need to leave. Marines and Marauders come forward. Patient blinkbacks, gets himself a Marine, doesn't lose any Stalkers. Oh, they are a bit damaged. Dude, the fast third, this is what I'm saying. You can't, whenever a Protoss is this confident, just taking a third this early, things are not looking good. Clem needs to scare him. But if Hero's already got charge done, which he does, he can make a sentry and just like 8-gate Zealot, which, I mean, he's got all of his gateways finishing now. Don't know if you're going to be able to push through that. Stalkers escape behind the sight blocker. Cyclone's going to die. Clem, he's got to be cleaner than this. He's got to be cleaner than this. Look at that. He's hiding in the grass. The medevac does sneak around the left, but look at that. The Observer's in pervert mode. And the pervert mode on the Observer has actually insane vision. I mean, look how far it sees. Isn't that crazy? He does F2 the other Observer back, but he's in position, man. Clem, I don't know if he saw the Observer or not, but he's just going to drop a bunch of Marines, loses them all, kills nothing. This game's going from bad to worse for Clem. He feels the urgency. He cannot let this third base happen. Oh, the Widow Mine wastes its shot on the Observer. And that's unfortunate. The next one gets dodged by the blink. And it feels here like Hero is just all over Clem. He will redrop 2 Marines. Clem needs more interaction, more of a back and forth dance to exert his speed advantage over Hero. He's not getting it. Once again, another good dodge. Only 1 Stalker has died this game. Units lost tab 2-1 in favor of Hero. Clem's trying to dance with his opponent, but feels like after a few of these early slip-ups, he might end up hurting his own confidence in this game. Colossus is going to arrive in the middle of the fight. The Marines are getting roasted. You got to be careful here. Widow Mine fires, but only on the Zealot. And this just feels like it's already such a bad position. You're down in supply. Your third is crazy late. You've lost too many units. I genuinely do not like the Cyclone opening. But to do the Cyclone opening and then let the Adept in anyway, when the whole point is you can intercept any hallucination or observer potentially with that Cyclone. He's given Hero a free pass to be greedy, and then Hero shut down the Widow Mine drop, shut down the next push, and this game is out of control. Hero has a lot more units. He's going to look to push forward, gets the sentry with the Widow Mine, does Clem, very well targeted. Stalkers look for the medevac. Clem's still trying to cover his retreat with Widow Mines. He's doing really well with that, man. This Stalker wants to take the Widow Mine shot. You know he's going to unburrow that, I think. No, he's not. Clem not unburrowing the Widow Mine in time. Probably would have been focused if he did, but look at that. Stalkers blinking forward, picking off Marauders, picking off medevacs, and Clem running home, endlessly stimmed, endlessly damaged. He's only got 2 Vikings. Guardian Shield is up. He will chase now as the Guardian Shield runs out. But that's so much Protoss. And even though the positioning is a huge overcommit for Hero, just that positioning really bad for Protoss. Doesn't matter, though. When you're this far ahead, I think even losing a Colossus there is perfectly fine. He is absolutely walloping Clem. And Clem is going to need to rally quickly, or this might be one of the quickest one-sided finals that we have had in a while. Clem had to play a pretty epic PvT series before this from the Protoss side. Did it wear him down a little bit? Did it get him too focused to play from the other side and kind of switch his instincts into the wrong mode? Perhaps. Especially with how dominant he was in that matchup, it may have actually hurt his own confidence against himself. Do you guys think that's a thing? Where a player kills their own confidence in playing a matchup because they get too good at playing it from the other side? I feel like that might even be a thing. I think of all the best off races, especially the ones who played Protoss, Scarlet, Raynor, Clem, they have all tended to balance wine about Protoss a little bit, haven't they? They've all tended to, and that's the sort of mentality when you have a great series playing as Protoss, you might hurt your own impetus there Zealot Stalker's going to go forwards. Hero's all over this. He's taking a fantastic engagement. Nexus on the right side. Dark Shrine's almost finished. He's got such a good economy. 5th base will probably go down soon as well, but Hero says, victory's within my grasp. Let's not let it slip away. A bunch of the Zealots go to the right side. Bit of a weird fight here for Hero, so he just picks off a few air units, blinks away. Does lose one Colossus. So he's only got one Colossus out right now. It's basically just Zealot Stalker against Bio. The Bio only have one upgrade. He's got 3 upgrades. That's a crazy advantage. Upgrade-wise, numbers-wise, there's more Zealots than SCVs in his mineral lines. And Clem knows he's got to tap out. GG. All right, guys. Clem in the bottom right side of the map. Top left side is Hero. He's going to go gas first. Greedy build. He says, I have no fear. Clem has put 0 fear into me in this game. Clem is going to go double gas this time around. Now, you know what's actually the biggest hard counter, guys? Is if Clem does something like a 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion to get momentum. Do you know what? If Hero goes Stargate, goes Nexus before Cybercore, quick second gas, Stargate, Chronos, and Oracle, it hard counters 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion. However, if he hits with 2 Reapers, 1 Hellion, he will always get out before that Oracle's out. Gas first build does play very nicely into very gas heavy builds like early Stargate or Dark Templar. You'd think a gas first no scout build's a bit greedy. He is actually scouting, but only after Nexus, which means he's proxy Stargating, right? Yes? No? Where's he going? What are you up to? Are you just scouting? Who scouts after Nexus? Wow. Hero. Just doing weird Hero things as he's want to. I feel like it's got to be a Stargate. I don't know. I sense Stargate, guys. Is Stargate good against a double gas build? Some players would say it's terrible. I'd say it's pretty good in some scenarios, but you've got to be careful in how you do it. It's Stalker, though. Looks like Hero says, nah, Stalkers are stable, Stalkers are safe. Let's stick to that. It's a sus probe, says chat. Yeah, I think he's looking for the command center. It's building on the high ground. Hero may be worried about a 1 base all-in. Has been coming back a little bit recently, the old 1 base all-ins. Good grenade to escape there from Clem. Can he see it from there? He can if he goes to the corner. Go to the corner, go to the corner, go to the corner, go to the corner. If you go to the corner, you can see it! I think he could see it from there, right? But he didn't go to the edge, he only went up here. So he doesn't see it, but I guess he doesn't see an add-on on the factory either. Maybe that makes him feel safe. He wanted to see if there was a CC or anything like that. Reaper's going to go down for a probe. Chat says it should still be too far. I think he'd be able to see the corner. That's pretty close, man. Like from that corner to this corner, I don't know, man. I think he would have seen it. Could be wrong. Probes don't have the longest vision. And an Adept or a Stalker definitely would be able to see it from there because they have longer sight vision. You see the Probe's vision, and you see the big circle around the Stalker's much bigger. Obviously, partially because there's 2 of them, but it is 1 or 2. Clem doesn't go 1 base all in, though, says chat. I mean, you say that. Whenever I as a commentator, say something like that with 100% confidence, they will always do that in the next game. So a couple of SCVs get picked off. What do we got to defend? Nothing. All the Marines have gone across the map with the Widow Mine. Some fair damage. At least he saves most of the SCVs. Only loses 1 of them. Could have been a lot worse, to be fair. Do you not have recall? He's got recall. Better recall right now, Hero. Otherwise, you're in trouble, man. Oh my gosh, he's slow to recall. Now he does it. Reactively. Widowmine wants to get one of these Stalkers. Blink is not ready, guys. Oh, he gets a Stalker and a Probe. And another Stalker goes down. Oh me, oh my. Hero's in trubs right now. The Widowmine Marine drop is finally going to find some damage. Hero should have realized, seeing no units, what was happening. But he tried to play a bit too greedy, a bit too close to the bone there, waiting to the very last second to call for the pickup. And that recall, I think, about 5 seconds too late. LOL, Clem in his peak, losing to a 30-year-old pro gamer. I mean, isn't Hero like 33 now? Yeah, Hero's married. He's the crazy thing is he still looks like just a happy young kid. So I always forget that he's been around winning tournaments for over a decade. 12 years. Still does his little mini cartwheels when he wins tournaments. He did one in China, didn't he? Maybe not quite as athletic on the cartwheel as he used to be when he was about 20, 21. Yeah, he didn't really expect Clem to one base all in, guys. Didn't really expect it. Two base charge. This is kind of crazy. Still no third for Hero. Like, I get he took a lot of damage, but it does feel kind of crazy to be this committed to 7-gate charge. Comes back here. Does he get the medevac? No. Oh, he's not going to lose any Stalkers, though. But look at this. Has he stayed too long? Picks off a few. That was crazy. He got, like, what, 3 Marines there? 2 or 3 Marines? Doesn't lose any Stalkers. Baits an auto turret. Just Hero doing Hero things. Absolutely standard play, guys. Clem. Oh, my God. Clem just attacked his own bunker, guys. He's seeing ghosts right now. Stalkers try to walk back into tank range. Hero barely manages to pull them back. I mean, this is a charge zealot all in. Essentially right now. Is this going to work? It might. There's not many Marines. He has to pull the SCVs and get them in between the Marines and the zealots. If he does that, he's fine. The Stalkers have put him in his corner vision-wise. He has no idea this is coming in. And if these zealots get on top of the Marines, things could go badly for Clem. Very, very badly. The zealots are coming in. He's got to pull the boys. He's got to pull the boys. A lot of the Marines caught in the open, dying as the bunker goes down. The tank falls. There are more tanks on the high ground, but of course, there's more zealots as well. And Hero may just have broken him. The second tank is about to go down. The repair cannot save it. The Marine count is being obliterated. He needed to get all of his Marines to the high ground. He still has a few Marauders up. The Banshee does add some good damage. Tank on the ramp does add a big shot off. Big Zealot warp in on the Natty. Coming in, these SCVs and Marines need to pull away. It's a Stalker warp in, not a Zealot warp in. Only an Observer left in the main base. 13 workers go down. That's not enough damage in of itself. But it's the lack of Marines. It's the Raven that's about to go down. It's a lot of kills. 2 Observers there. No third base got built. Hero is building an Immortal and just making more Zealots. He is basically doing the simplest, dumbest version of this you could possibly do. I say dumbest. I mean, if you're dumb, you could pull this off. But this is the best way to play here. Keep going, because if you transition, you're miles behind. You can't let these upgrades finish. He's got to find more damage, and I think he might barely be able to break him. If he can get rid of the Marauders. He doesn't quite have enough Stalkers to one-shot the Marauders, though. Not quite enough to one-shot, and the medevac with some hot pickups did a good job. The Marines and the SCVs chasing him back. He does focus a few Marines, but the Stalkers were getting focused as well. Oh, the Marines going for the focus on the medevac. Ah, the Prism. He does cancel the pickup on the Prism. Very cute play there, but guess what? We don't mind burrow on burrow. And the Marines come down and finish that red hit point. Stalker. Dude, chasing the Warp Prism there, I would describe as the most ridiculous Clem move ever. It seems so unnecessary, but of course, it's Clem. And he buys himself a lot of time by doing that. A lot of time. Now, third bases are for Cucks and Tryhards. Remember, Hero takes a Dark Shrine and a Forge. I think the Forge is ridiculous, taking that before third Nexus, because obviously that's for the much longer game. But the Dark Shrine does make sense when behind Dark Shrine. And I feel like Clem is winning this game. However, psychologically, I think Hero is winning this game. After this game, Clem is going to have paranoia. He's going to have heart problems just from blood pressure. I think he's probably going to be a bit more paranoid in the next game because of this. And look at that. He moves out with his whole bio army. He only gets one of the Observers. I think the other one saw him. Might have seen him moving out. He's got almost nothing at home. The Zealot drop comes in. Clem playing a dicey style here, man. A very dicey style. Oh my gosh. The Zealots are derping a bit, which is good. Hold position. Pretty nice. Dude, there's just no firepower. Triple drop goes in, though. Triple drop goes in. He stims for the win. The Zealot warp-ins. The DT is actually going to warp in to try and help deal with this. The Bio getting a lot of probes. He does lose 12 SCVs at home, so I think 10 probes here is the bare minimum. The Gateways getting depowered would be huge. Does he go for the Stalkers, the Robos? The Prism goes down. That is massive. Going to get the other pylon. Artosis already died on the left. Tasteless dies on the right. And Clem? Going to get the Sentry maybe? No, he should be leaving, but he's used his boosts. He used his boosts, which means he can't use them on the way out. Gets the Observer. The probes go back to mining in his face. Bit cocky there, but the medevacs do escape barely with boost off cooldown. Of course, Hero puts an Observer on surveillance mode in Clem's main base. Almost dies to the Viking. Clem rallying to the front. He wants to finish this off. He knows Hero doesn't have a lot going for him. He's going to rejoin the Medivacs in the bio. Hero has an Immortal 5 Stalkers and 2 Sentries. What an absolute hot mess of a game this has been. I think Clem stabilizing, and this is the confidence he's going to need going into the next match as Hero taps out. All right, guys, we got Clem in the top right side of the map. Hero in the bottom left side. It's TVP. We've got Game 4. And they almost hosted on the wrong map. And I said, mate, you're hosting on Storm Surge, the original version. We play Storm Push with the water that pushes you into the middle. It's created some really derpy, fun interactions on this map. I hope we get some more today. Clem in the top right side. He's going to go back to 1 Rax Expand. No second gas for him. And Hero, it looks like, it's just going to be going for Gateway Gas. And once again, Nexus before core. Pretty big map, Storm Push. Takes a while to get over here, so not a bad way to play. Chat was laughing that the pros still use WCS Game Art mod instead of Observer++. They actually, he hosted Observer++ on this one. Believe it or not. He actually hosted Observer++. Whee! The SCV blitzes past. Is like, what an idiot. Why is he so slow? And look at this. Clem's optimized his scouting, guys. He says, why swim against the current when there is a path of less resistance? Look at this genius. I don't even know if this is faster. I haven't tested it. I think people see their guy moving slowly against the current, and they sometimes exaggerate how bad it is in their head. They think, oh, this is terrible, when it's not really. Chat says it's 3-gate from Hero. Oh, is it? Oh, he's even pulled a worker off gas there. No, he hasn't. He might. I think he just knew the Reaper was coming out. So he saw the command center, pulled back, waits for the Reaper to leave. Just confirms, yep, Reaper into Marine. He knows the opening. Thank you, Chinbo, activating the hype trade. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. Uh-oh, Reaper's getting some probes. Gonna get one. Good start there for Clem. Gotta feel happy with that. Don't really expect any probe kills with this. The probe here is gonna quickly go off the side. He's going to bring it back. I'm surprised he didn't go around the left. You can go over there. But instead, he's going to try and push against the current. Finally does break free. Hopefully he wasn't too distracted there. Another probe goes down. I think you're okay with two probes for a Reaper. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not terrible. How does the speed boost work? It's just a current. It's just water pushes from this way to the middle and from the other side also to the middle. The middle's just no resistance. So if you just stop moving, the unit will automatically get pushed to the middle from either side. But when you move against it, obviously it pushes against you, so it slows you down. And when you're moving with it, it speeds you up. So it's just a water current mechanic. Killer Smile first made these for the water slide map, which had a whole bunch of water slides all over it, which were fantastic. If you siege up or burrow a unit, I'm not sure about burrow, but I know siege up, your unit will just, or morph into an egg. It will basically get pushed by the current. Dude, how many Marines did he get? 3 Marines? Oh, he's so annoying with his Stalker. Wriggling away from the Drilly boys. Dude, if he escapes, that would be so annoying. He's going to get another Marine. Gets another Marine. I mean, he does lose it eventually, but that's so annoying. I think it's not the worst trade for Clem. Don't get me wrong. He's still ahead in units lost, but just frustrating. Now, there is a Dark Shrine going down and a Pylon on his side. Luckily for Clem, he didn't build a Raven. Oh, God. He didn't build a Raven! And he just dropped mules. 30 seconds, about 25 seconds until he gets another mule, which means another scan available, which will be right when this DT walks in. However, Clem is so good at macro, and he's going Banshee, he might just die to Dark Templar. Dark Templar are being back in the meta recently. Used to be everyone went Raven every single game. Recently, Terrans have started going away from Raven openings, and DTs have come back in force. Dude, do not drop the mule. Do not drop the mule. He's got one scan. He just dropped the mule as the Dark Templar walked in. He's rage quitting. He's going to leave the game. The finals is over, guys. I apologize in advance. Every Terran just leaves here. He's gonna rage quit. Unless he does crazy damage on the other side, he's going to rage quit. This is exactly what happens if you drop a scan as the friggin' invisible men walk into your base. This is the worst part about having your main source of detection tied in with a macro mechanic that basically your like literally like optimal macro play makes you weak to Dark Templar. I told you, the problem is Clem's so good at dropping mules. Most people like don't drop it immediately. Clem's like, look at this. He's like within like 5 seconds, He gets to 50 energy here. Let me move out of the way. 54 energy, drops the mule as the DT's walking in. The next one's friggin' 30 seconds away. He's got almost no units at home. Hero gets it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad Hero did a different strategy. He punished you not going Raven. If you were building a Raven instead of a Banshee, it would have been out soon enough to make up for it. Because you can see, by the way, the Banshee, as the DT walks in, and a Raven actually builds like 10, 11 seconds faster than a Banshee. So at this point, when he sees it, he would have been 8 seconds from a Raven popping if he went Raven. If he went Raven, he'd be fine here. Hero, happy to gamble, happy to take risks. And that's part of the thing that makes StarCraft interesting, is not knowing what's going to happen next. Is there being build orders that can catch people off? Some StarCraft players hate this because they think StarCraft should be a game purely of mechanics and nothing else. There should be no surprises and no crazy strategies like this. I don't want every game to be strategies like this, but I think it's good that they do work sometimes, as frustrating as that has to be for Clem. He's like, really? The one game I don't build the Raven? But I go for the Cloak Banshee. But I do think Clem was playing pretty good here. I think even though he lost a bunch of Marines in his natural, it was a trade, a Stalker, and Adept had to get sacrificed. His Reaper got 2 probes. Perfectly fine opening, and I thought he was getting back in control of this, but Hero was just too good. And dominating those first 2 games the way he did, Hero was looking all over it today. GG, well played. Hero wins yet another finals. Big thanks to all of you been watching the series here and all the other videos on my YouTube. Thanks for the support. If you guys are enjoying it, you want to go the extra mile, don't forget to check out our Patreon. Links down below in the description, as well as a button somewhere around here as well. Big thanks to Pete and Dragosana, Oko, H, our conductors of the D-Town Express, as well as everyone else who's listed here. We appreciate all of you for going above and beyond. There's some exclusive merch and cool things you guys can get. So like I said, click on the link down below in the description if you want to check out and support on the Patreon. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye and good night.